Within your form, there are different types of questions you can use. For this form, I'm asking for feedback from either parents or learners. So, I have used the first question here, you can see is a simple choice question. Now they give you suggested options, so you can say yes, no, or maybe if you want to be slightly less specific. Then I've given you down here, this is simply a text question. This is an open-ended text question which allows people to free text in here. Now this is useful if you're looking for specific feedback that you can then pick out with your responses later. Again, you have the option to make this a long answer or required. The next question I've used here is a date question. This is helpful if you want to ask people about a specific availability on a date, their preferences around a date, and you can ask them to fill that in. If you're going to ask them preferences for a specific date, you'd probably be better using a choice one and limiting the choices of dates. By clicking Add New, you can see, so there's your choice, there's the text one. The rating one comes up with the stars or the numbers, and you simply put your question in. You have the date one, as I mentioned above, and then if you click on this little drop-down arrow, you have some other options here. The Leica Scale is really helpful if you're trying to gauge how people thought about something. So let's say, did you find the event useful? And then you have your options. So you have the option to simply say, very useful, and then you can see it starts to give you some suggestions. So I'm just going to go very useful, useful, neutral, not useful, and you can see I'm just adding these in, and not at all. And as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I'm not sure about this. I think I'll get rid of this column. And you have the option to delete columns or add columns simply by clicking on the delete or the add button. You can put statements in so they can work it out. The event timing was good. The event allowed time for questions, etc. And you can just simply add statements as you go. Again, choose whether you want to make this required, so they have to put something in, and then that's the type, that is the Leica choice. The next one is file upload. With file upload, you have the opportunity to allow them to put a folder into your OneDrive. Now, it can only be from people within Glow can use this. So this would only be useful with pupils, not with parents. So it tells you here a new folder will be created, folders uploaded by responders will be captured in this folder. So you simply say OK, and then you can give them the question. So this is useful if you are doing a form with your learners and you're asking them to then go away and complete a specific piece of work based around the questions in the form, perhaps a presentation linked to it that you want them to upload. So you can simply say, please upload your presentation. Okay, and you can see that you can allow them to upload a number of files and the size limit, so you can change that accordingly and then make it required or not required. It's up to you, and that's it. Now, one of the nice things that you can do also when you add new is you also have this net promoter score. And that's really useful if you're thinking about recommending. So if you're doing a session with parents, again, this is a useful one to use.